This video will show you the steps to find a published peer-reviewed journal article about aging from the PCC Library website. First, we'll look at what makes up a peer-reviewed article and why they're important. Next, we'll see where you find these articles in library databases. Then we'll review some strategies for effectively searching library databases. Finally, we'll cover some tips for reading and interpreting a peer-reviewed article. Peer-reviewed journals like the Gerontologist, Psychology and Aging, and the Journal of Applied Gerontology are where aging experts publish their research in order to add new knowledge to the field. Articles are only accepted for publication in a peer-reviewed journal after they have been rigorously reviewed for quality by other experts or peers in that same field. This is very different from finding articles on the free web using Google, where information may be posted online without any quality review at all, and may be posted by companies looking for customers. The database AgeLine is published by EBSCOhost and is a great place to find peer-reviewed articles for gerontology classes. This library database has scholarly journal articles on aging from the health sciences, psychology, public policy, and other related fields. You can find AgeLine from the library website on the Gerontology Research Guide or from the database's A to Z link. If you're off campus, you will be prompted to enter your MyPCC credentials to access AgeLine. This is the search screen for the AgeLine database. Enter terms in the search box. You may want to check the full text limiter so all of the articles in your results list will have the full article available. We received 53 results in our search for full-text articles on music and dementia. Browse both the article titles and the abstracts to see what looks promising to you. It is also helpful to notice when the article was published because publication date can be important for gerontology research. Depending on your topic, you may need to look for newer research because of developments in that area. Click on the title to see the full record for that article. The link for the PDF full text is where you will find a scanned copy of the article. AgeLine, like most library databases, provides tools to save, print, or email yourself a copy. The citation tool will show you citations of the article in a variety of formats, including APA, the style used in most gerontology classes. When you email yourself a copy of the article, be sure to select APA as your preferred citation style. Now let's look at some strategies to find articles on your topic. First, plan to experiment with different search terms. For example, if you are researching the effect of ageism in the job market, you should try some synonyms for your main concepts. Instead of ageism, you could search for age discrimination, age stereotyping, or older workers and discrimination. Instead of job market, you could try employment or hiring. Be persistent in trying different search terms to find the best article on your topic. You can scan your course readings to select possible search terms. Doing some background reading on your topic on the internet can also help you harvest useful words to search. In addition to trying different search terms, you may also want to search different databases. AgeLine is one of many resources where you can find peer-reviewed articles on your topic. The Gerontology Research Guide on the library website provides recommendations for additional databases to search. Here we see links to Academic Search Premier, a multidisciplinary database of scholarly journals, EBSCO Health and Medicine, a good source for all types of health-related articles, and PsycInfo, a database of psychology, counseling, and therapy articles. Like AgeLine, these are all EBSCO databases, so the search tools will look familiar. Some of these databases, like Academic Search Premier, include both peer-reviewed and popular sources. You can check the Scholarly Peer-Reviewed box to limit your search to articles from that type of journal. Once you've found a peer-reviewed article, what should you do next? Reading peer-reviewed articles is different from reading an article in a popular magazine. Peer-reviewed articles are written by specialists in a specific field for other specialists in that same field, so they tend to use a lot of technical language and jargon. Most peer-reviewed articles have a standard structure, and knowing the parts will help you navigate the article. The abstract is a concise summary of the article, so you should read this carefully. If the abstract does not look interesting or relevant, you may want to pick a different article. The opening section of the article is called the introduction. This section should tell you why the authors conducted this research and provide some background to the issue, including a summary of other research on this same topic that has already been published. You will find this section useful in many ways, including a better understanding of the value of the results you will be reading at the end of the article. If the article is a research study, it should include a methods section. The methods section provides a detailed description of how the study was conducted, including details about the participants in the study and the methodology. You may want to skim this section, at least the first time you read the article. The results section is usually full of charts and graphs and very technical information. You may want to skim this section as well.
The discussion section is where the authors explain what the results of their study mean. This section provides interpretation and analysis of the results. This is a section you will want to read very carefully.
The references section lists the sources that provide background information and support for the study. If you would like to research the issue in more depth, the references list can point you to other sources you may want to pursue. Let's review the process and strategies for finding and reading a peer-reviewed article. Select a database to search. You can access them from the Database A to Z link on the library homepage or from the Gerontology Research Guide. AgeLine, Academic Search Premier, and PsycInfo are great databases for finding peer-reviewed articles about aging. Next, select some search terms. You may want to do some background reading to find the best words. Don't be afraid to experiment with different search terms. You may want to use the limiters to restrict your search to articles that are full text and peer-reviewed. You can do this by checking the appropriate boxes. When you retrieve your search results, scan the titles and abstracts to see what looks interesting to you. If you don't find anything promising, try some different search terms or a different database. When you find an article that you like, use the tools the database provides to get a copy of the article. You can save, print, or email it, and don't forget to include the APA-style citation. Research is an acquired skill, so plan to spend time experimenting and practicing. Research skills are valuable in all professions and will help you be successful in school and at work. And librarians are here to help as you learn. You can get assistance at the library or by chat, email, or phone. Librarians are happy to help you find the best information available on your topic. Good luck with your research!